Imagine a civilization so advanced that its very existence seemed unfathomable. A place where magnificent palaces, advanced maritime technology, and an intricate system of governance flourished, only to vanish without a trace. This is the enduring mystery of Atlantis, a myth so compelling, it has captured the imaginations of countless generations. What if I told you that many believe Atlantis was not just a figment of Plato's imagination, but may have inspired ancient cultures across the globe? This tale stretches back to around 360 BC in ancient Greece and touches on the very essence of human history and the folly of hubris. Join us as we delve into the enigmatic story of the lost city of Atlantis and find out what truly happened to this awe-inspiring civilization. Stick around because this tale expands far beyond the shores of time and location, leading us to question the boundaries of history itself. What if Atlantis wasn't lost at all, but merely transformed into something we can recognize today? This isn't just a story, it's a quest for truth that might be closer to home than you think. Prepare to be enthralled as we unravel the vibrant tapestry of myth, history, and possibility. To understand the phenomenon that is Atlantis, we journey back over 2 millennia to the philosophical musings of Plato, the great Athenian thinker who first documented its existence in the dialogues of Timaeus and Critias. His account presents Atlantis as a powerful and sophisticated civilization, located beyond the Pillars of Hercules, known today as the Strait of Gibraltar. Dating approximately to 9,000 years before Plato's time, Atlantis was said to be an island larger than Libya and Asia combined, replete with lush farming lands, rich minerals, and a formidable naval fleet. The society was governed by kings who traced their ancestry back to the sea god Poseidon. However, this utopia was not to endure. Its technological prowess led to a pride that ultimately soured its harmony with the gods. As the tale goes, Atlantis faced divine retribution for its hubris following a power struggle against ancient Athens, which showcased the ideals of moral integrity and valor. The downfall of Atlantis, a tale shrouded in allegory and cautionary wisdom, invites us to draw parallels between myth and the natural disasters of antiquity. Earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and tsunamis that have shaped civilizations over the ages. As we piece together the fragments of history and myth, we find ourselves deep within the rising action of the saga of Atlantis. The tension pivots on several fronts, a society reveling in its advancements yet blind to the perils that lie ahead. It was an age marked by innovation, as the Atlanteans built grand irrigation systems and cultivated advanced agricultural practices that generated surplus. However, they were not solely innovators but conquerors as well. Their expeditions spanned across continents, leading them into conflict with neighboring civilizations, particularly the powerful yet egalitarian Athens. The rise of imperialism fueled a series of events leading to a monumental clash. Imagine the tension in the air as dockyards brimmed with ships, preparing for conflict against the Athenians who epitomized resilience and democracy. Despite their technological superiority, the Atlanteans grew complacent, bolstered by a false sense of invulnerability, which would become their fatal flaw, a fabric woven from ambition and presumption, destined to unravel under the weight of divine ire. The stage was set, and the fate of an entire civilization teetered precariously on the brink of disaster. As we follow the dramatic turn of events, we explore how events unfolded just before the climax of this thrilling saga. The date is set, 1200 BC, as the narrative accelerates toward a clash of titans. As the two great societies prepared for war, each represented a distinct ethos. Athens, with its democratic ideals, versus Atlantis, with its monarchical strength and arrogance. In one decisive battle, the sea would become the theater of war. Plato recounted the overwhelming might of the proud Atlanteans as they unleashed their impressive military against the Athenians. However, herein lay the crux of the story. The Athenians adopted an unparalleled strategy of unity and collaboration, which ultimately proved to be their strength. In this critical moment, one could sense the anxious moves akin to a chess game being played on the grandest of scales. Imagine the scenes unfolding, a vast fleet of ships, adorned with colorful sails, clashing upon the open waves. You could hear the roars of warriors, the clang of metal, and the crashing of waves as fate hung in the balance. In a matter of days, the tides shifted violently. Divine retribution, it seemed, had been set in motion. As the battle raged on, it became clear that the gods had sided with Athens, introducing a series of devastating natural calamities, tremors and torrents that swallowed Atlantis whole, their remnants forever into the abyss of the ocean. The climax of the Atlantis saga envelopes us in the chaos of that fateful day. The earth trembles beneath the feet of Atlanteans as the ocean roars with primal force. Cities that once glimmered with life are submerged, palaces, temples, and vibrant marketplaces swallowed by raging waters. Geologists would say this might mirror events of natural destruction experienced in the Santorini eruption, yet the essence of the tale remains allegorical. Atlantis, an embodiment of human hubris and ambition ignited by its own fire, faced a wrath that resulted in a cataclysmic end. The story becomes a lesson etched into the wisdom of history, a caution against the dangers when civilizations overreach their grasp. Plato's narrative, while somewhat embellished, forces us to confront the risk inherent in unbridled ambition, a paradigm that resonates even within modern contexts. What began as remarkable prosperity quickly spiraled into the collective downfall of a proud civilization, lost eternally beneath the ocean waves that once nurtured its life. As the legacy of Atlantis endures, it unlocks profound echoes that resonate through time and even to our current socio-political climate. This narrative transcends mere myth, functioning as an universal metaphor for the cyclical nature of civilizations, the rise, the zenith, and the inevitable fall. The timeless wisdom of Plato's warning urges us to reflect on both our achievements and vulnerabilities, inviting an introspection of contemporary morals and ethics. We find ourselves in a world where advancements in technology, much like those of Atlantis, can lead to monumental progress, yet also pose existential risks. Climate change, nuclear proliferation, and the spirals of unchecked capitalism reflect a delicate balance between ambition and preservation. Current discussions on sustainability and responsible governance echo the lessons of Atlantis, urging modern societies to heed the pitfalls of past empires. Thus, the consideration of Atlantis compels us to reflect upon the legacies we build today. Shall we ensure that our advancement is accompanied by humility and respect for the natural world? In doing so, we keep alive the spirit of Atlantis, transforming a tale of loss into one of profound awareness, striving towards a future that embodies wisdom over ambition, ultimately preserving our civilization from a fate all too familiar.